California. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. This one taken just inside the 10, and they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 10 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. This goes to Mack on the check down. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense for the Niners, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
We'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 24. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive? Sometimes
it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On play action. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From midfield, here's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. Be careful of.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance rolling to his right. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this one is incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mostert. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 7 yards to pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Touchdown! It's complete. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll start on the ground with Mack. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. Able to power through. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a play fake. Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Lance looking to throw it. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Carr now on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. This to the outside for Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Demario Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. Will switch hands first. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Carr to throw again. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Here's Carr. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
He'll buy some time right. And got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So we reach halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Lance now on first down.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
On first and 10, here's Lance. This one swung out to Williams.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Throwing his Lance on third down.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
On play action, Lance.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Carl Nassib. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. This coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll roll him out right. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And Lance now to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Lance and company going on 4th down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Again, it's Lance. And he checks this one down to Williams. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
That's not good enough, man.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Sermon. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Again with Sermon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football. He does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called. And then here comes the power right at you. And that play, the big man got into the end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
He'll start by handing this off to Mack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Javon Kinlaw forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
And back to Sermon on 1st down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Lance going to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he's got this down to the 35.
First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Sutton.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Second and 7.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They run the draw play with Mack. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory,
and that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
They'll try to run it with Mack. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Lance, a give now to Sermon.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
Could be a house call. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get a
Big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
From the 16, Lance. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To try again after the sack. Carr
gets this to Waller.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let it fly.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Finding Sutton.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it to Williams.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Lance.
And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free.
Here's Mostert.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Lance. The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers. Odell Beckham from 6 yards away. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So the victory here for San Francisco, and when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming in.